Welcome to the DFL Week 1 Wrap-Up Show. I'm your host, Matt Winkler, and this is the DFL Report, streaming exclusively on the original DFL channel on YouTube. So please subscribe if you like to keep getting updates from the DFL Report. We're going to start out with last year's champ of the DFL, Grandma Ding Ding Sauce, taking on Herbs Tacos, where the champ gets dominated by Herbs Tacos in their opening Week 1 matchup. In a one-sided matchup, Herbs Taco crushed Grandma Ding Ding Sauce. With a score of 102-71, Herbs Tacos proved they are a force to be reckoned with. While Grandma Ding Ding Sauce might want to reconsider their strategy, it's safe to say that Herbs Tacos aced their Week 1's performance, while Grandma Ding Ding Sauce barely passed with a D grade. The best player for Grandma Ding Ding Sauce was DK Metcalf, who exceeded expectations by scoring 8.48 points, beating his projected score of 6.24. On the other hand, Najee Harris from Grandma Ding Ding Sauce disappointed with only 2.92 points, falling short of their projected score of 9.46. Looks like Grandma Ding Ding Sauce had a mix of surprises and letdowns. Herbs Tacos' dominant performance in this matchup has their starting record at 1-0, placing them at second in the standings. Grandma Ding Ding Sauce, on the other hand, starts with a losing record and finds himself in 9th. It's still early in the season, but Herbs Tacos is getting off to a great start, while Grandma Ding Ding Sauce has some catching up to do. Looking ahead, Herbs Tacos will face off against the Meatballs in Week 2. With their strong performance this week, Herbs Tacos should continue to dominate and aim for another victory. As for Grandma Ding Ding Sauce, they'll be up against Gotham Knights next week. They'll need to step up their game and make some adjustments if they want to bounce back from this loss. In our next matchup, we're going to check out last year's runner-up, where Daddy's Little Pumpkin dominated Gotham Knights in their Week 1 performance with the largest margin of victory of 46.7 points. That's got to feel crushing to the Knights. In their Week 1 matchup, Daddy's Little Pumpkin showed no mercy as they crushed the Gotham Knights with a score of 137.98 to 91.28. The win was secured on Sunday, leaving Gotham Knights in the dust. With an impressive grade of A+, Daddy's Little Pumpkins proved why they are ready to squash their competition. On the other hand, Gotham Knights received a disappointing grade of a D-, which is clear indication of their lackluster performance. Daddy's Little Pumpkin's star player, Tyreek Hill, exceeded expectations by scoring 23 points, beating their projection by a whopping 7.76 points. Meanwhile, Matt Gay failed to live up to their projections of 7 points, only managing to score 3. It seems like Daddy's Little Pumpkins have some solid players in their lineups, but they may want to reconsider relying on Matt Gay in future matchups. With this victory, Daddy's Little Pumpkins now hold a record of 1-0 and sit comfortably at the top of the standings in first place. Gotham Knights, on the other hand, they start off the season with a disappointing 0-1 record, placing them in the 7th position. It's safe to say that Daddy's Little Pumpkins has set the bar high for the rest of the season, while Gotham Knights have some catching up to do. Looking ahead, next week, Daddy's Little Pumpkins will face off against the Cold Cup Mafia. With their dominant performance this week, Daddy's Little Pumpkin should feel comfortable going into the matchup. As for Gotham Knights, they'll be up against Grandma Ding Ding Sauce. It's crucial for Gotham Knights to regroup and strategize in order to bounce back from their Week 1 defeat. Maybe they should consider making some lineup changes and finding players to strengthen their roster. In a rematch of last year's bronze game, the Drew Crew franchise dominated the Meatballs in Week 1, delivering some payback after losing to the Meatballs in the bronze medal game last year. In a stunning victory, the Drew Crew outperformed the Meatballs with a score of 94-75. The win came early on Sunday, leaving the Meatballs in the dust. Despite the teams receiving less than stellar grades, the Drew Crew managed to secure the win. The Drew Crew's best player this week was Brandon Ayuk, who exceeded expectations with 18 points, beating their projection by 5.6. On the other hand, Joe Burrow disappointed the Drew Crew, falling short of their projections by 12.77 points with only a 4.05 points scored. As for the Meatballs, their star was Roquan Smith, who managed to surpass their projections by 2 points with a total of 10, while Lamar Jackson let the Meatballs down, failing to meet their projections by 12 points with only 5.37 points scored. With this victory, the Drew Crew starts out the season with a record of 1-0 and positioned in 5th place in the league standings. Meanwhile, the Meatballs have a disappointing record of 0-1, placing them in 8th in the standing. The Drew Crew dominance over the Meatballs proved that they are a team that's going to challenge other franchises when they square off. Will the Meatballs be able to recover from their Week 1 loss and climb their way back up in the standings? If last year has any indication, then we should never count them out. Looking ahead, the Drew Crew's next matchup is against Anthony D's team. With their strong performance this week, the Drew Crew should focus on maintaining their momentum and capitalizing on their opponent's weaknesses. As for the Meatballs, they will face off against Herb's Tacos next week. It's crucial for the Meatballs to regroup and strategize if they want to turn their season around. Our next head-to-head matchup comes from the franchise who put up the second highest point total in the week. The Cold Cup Mafia trampled all over Beast Mode franchise with a stellar performance. In a stunning victory, the Cold Cup Mafia crushed Beast Mode with a score of 126, leaving Beast Mode in the dust with their measly 98 points. The win occurred during the late Sunday's games, proving that the Cold Cup Mafia knows how to finish strong. While Cold Cup Mafia received an impressive A+ grade, Beast Mode could only manage a disappointing D+. Looks like Beast Mode needs to hit the books and come back stronger next time. The best player on Beast Mode, Nick Folk, exceeding expectations, scoring 18 points, beating their projection of 7. However, it wasn't enough to save Beast Mode from defeat. On the other hand, Aaron Rodgers on Beast Mode fell short of their projections of 14.5, scoring a disappointing 0, because on the 4th play of the Jets season, Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles and he is now out for the remainder of the season. Ouch. Good luck finding a starting quarterback in a quarterback-heavy league. As for the Cold Cup Mafia, their star player, Tua Tagovailoa, outperformed with a whopping 23 points, surpassing their projection of 14. Unfortunately, Drake London on the Cold Cup Mafia couldn't live up to their projections of 5, scoring a disappointing 0 points. With this victory, Cold Cup Mafia now boosts a record of 1-0, putting the team in a comfortable position at 3rd place in the standings. Meanwhile, Beast Mode is off to a rough start. With the losing record and currently sitting in 6th, it's still early in the season, but Beast Mode better start turning things around if they want to climb out of the ranks. Maybe they should take some pointers from the Cold Cup Mafia on how to dominate the competition. Looking ahead, Beast Mode will face off against Running Back Lives Matters next week. Beast Mode needs to regroup and strategize if they want to bounce back from this loss. On the other hand, Cold Cup Mafia will be taking on Daddy's Little Pumpkins. With their impressive performance this week, Cold Cup Mafia should have the confidence to keep their winning streak. Good luck to both teams on their upcoming matches. Lastly, in the league's most undesirable matchup, Anthony D's team routs Running Back Lives Matter with an A-grade performance. In a stunning display of fantasy football prowess, Anthony D's team crushed Running Back Lives Matter with a score of 97-66. This victory was sealed early on Sunday, leaving Running Back Lives Matter in the dust. With an impressive A-grade performance, Anthony D's team proved that they are a franchise to compete with. Anthony D's team star player Anthony Richardson exceeded expectations by scoring 19 points, beating their projections of 14. On the other hand, Graham Gano failed to live up to their projections of 8 points, ending up with a disappointing -3. As for the Running Back Lives Matters, Devonta Smith managed to outperform projections of 6 points and scored 9.28 points. However, Danny Jones fell short of their projections of 14.6, setting up just 4.7 points. With this victory, Anthony D's team now holds a solid winning record and a standings of 4th place in the league. Running Back Lives Matter, on the other hand, started with a season of 0-1 and find themselves at the bottom of the standing in 10th place. It seems like Anthony D's team has set the bar high for the rest of the league, while running back lives matter has some catching up to do. Looking ahead to next week, Anthony D's team will face off against the Drew Crew in what promises to be an exciting matchup. Anthony D's team should maintain their winning momentum and continue to dominate the competition. As for running back lives matter, they'll be up against beast mode, and they'll need to step up their game if they want to bounce back from this defeat. It's clear that both teams have some adjustments to make based on their performances this week. Okay, I would like to welcome Matty McGuiness to the report. Thanks, Matt Winkler, for having me on your show today. I'm excited to be joining you live from Philadelphia. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad you're with us. What do you have for me this week for the DFL? So this is what I have for you this week. This week we're looking at some matchups from the DFL. We got the Meatballs taking on Herbs Tacos. Right now, the Meatballs there have a slight edge of 103 to 102. Looks like to be a close matchup. We got running back lives matter taking on Beast Mode. It looks like that Beast Mode might edge out running back lives matter. We got a projection of 105 to 99, so that should be a close game, but Beast Mode could prevail there. We also have Grandma Ding Ding Sauce taking on the Gotham Knights. Looks to be like the Gotham Knights have the edge over Grandma Ding Ding Sauce at a 108 projection versus 98, so it's a 10-point projected lead there. We also have Daddy's Little Pumpkin taking on the Gotham Knights. Looking like Daddy's Little Pumpkin with an edge of 113 to 105. And lastly, we have the Drew Crew versus Anthony D's team. And it looks like the Drew Crew takes a slight edge over there too. 104 to 93, another 11-point edge there. So we have some exciting matches coming up this week. We should hopefully see some fun fantasy football week 2. And we'll keep you live. I'll come to you Thursdays and Sundays and Mondays to kind of report on what everything's going on. So I hope to see you again, and go Eagles.